Hey, let's go play.
What's the unboxing? What'd it be? Well, I don't know. Shut up and see.
So this is a book that got a lot of attention on Amazon for being a very pricey out-of-print book. People were trying to sell it. I think it was on eBay as well for like $200. And so because of that novelty, people were hunting it down. Like, is this book even worth it? What's a book about? And the premise sounded very intriguing, and the mystery was building. And so it became something of a curiosity, something of a spectacle. And I have to admit, it sucked me in as well because I was curious about the book. It sounded like it was a sort of version of The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum, which was based on a very horrific real-life story in the 1950s Indiana. And so that piqued my interest, but I wasn't going to touch it for that much money. Well, when Centipede Press decided to announce that they were going to do it, it piqued my interest again. I'm like, wow, that is one I earmarked and had been looking for since I heard them announce it. I don't know, how far in advance does Jared announce books? Kind of far in advance sometimes. So then it appeared one day, and now it appears here today. This is some cool bubble wrap. This is like high-tech bubble wrap. This is bubble wrap you can't throw away. This is bubble wrap you have to repurpose and keep alive and in use. Or use it as a mattress. This is a thin book. I didn't realize the book was so thin. I have copy 357. Very creepy cover. So now, I don't know if you're familiar with the book. I've not read it. But essentially, these kids torture a babysitter over a course of a weekend. And it's not just shocking, apparently, what they do to the babysitter, but that they're kids. That adds a level of creepiness to the story that goes beyond your typical... we expect crazy white men to be hacking up people, right? But not kids. No, we don't expect that at all. I call this portion of the unboxing the flaying, because I'm peeling the skin back, the cellophane skin, to get to that first huff. There is the spine. This reminds me of the spine treatment on the Hallahan books. Search for Joseph Tully, Keeper of the Children. Here is the absolute disturbing cover. Look at that. I don't know. Are you looking? Are you seriously? Are you even looking? Here it is. And then the naked book, nice gold foil stamping, the typical black cloth Centipede Press treatment. Got a top edge stain there. I don't know why the number designation is slid in there. I don't know why that is. I've seen that in Centipede Press books before. I also saw it in Levidian Publications books with the number slid in there like it's a bookmark. I puzzle on those things. And the end paper, Annapolis novelist interprets his book. That sounds neat. I never wanted to read the end papers before. Didn't realize that would be a great place for bonus content, but it is. That is a fun thing to include. Oh, hey, Mitch, check this out. Mendal Johnson was born in Tulsa. In 1928. So you got a little hometown pride there, Mitch. There's the original cover over here as sort of a frontispiece with the new introduction called out there. And some nice background information. And I will say for this copy. I love it when Jared does it on all the copies. I do. I think that adds to the collectability of the book because it becomes much more of a important piece to reflect on, to understand what the book means in the context of when it was written, who wrote it, and its impact. But even more so for this book, to understand the history of this twisted little book and how it came to be this spectacle, if you will. I've never heard of Mendal Johnson before. If he wrote anything else, I'm not aware of it. Here is the signature sheet. Very cool signature sheet. This is going to move up my TBR pretty quick, up to the near the tippy top. I have several Centipede Press books I want to read. The Gas, Alligator, The Cipher, this. And then I opened up Echo Proxia the other day, and I started reading it, and I fell into that. Now, that's magic. When you start to read a book, and then you realize like 4 pages later that you just didn't plan on reading, and you kind of got hooked in, and it didn't take that long, just a couple minutes. That's a special kind of book reading magic. And I think that I loved Blind Sight so much. Echo Proxy has snuck back onto my list. So I have a lot of Centipede Press editions to read, and I will get to them to review it for you. The reviews on this are a little meh. I think some people were disappointed that it got hyped, and that's the danger with hype. It becomes something more than it is just by this overall circus around it. And that's not necessarily fair to the book. So I'm eager to read it. But here we are. Valancourt also did an affordable re-release. So the book is in print again. I don't know if Valancourt does a limited print run or if they, if they do an expansive print run. So I don't know how many of those are available. But this is still available as of this posting. This book is still available from Centipede Press. So you can get over there and get one and have it if you like what you see. Top edge stain, all the bells and whistles. I'll take photos and you can get a more quiet look. But I'll put some obnoxious stock music over it, so it won't be absolutely quiet because that's just what I do. So check it out. Thanks for checking this video out. And as always, have a book, have a beverage, and stay frosty. That's on. I didn't stop the video, so that's going in. Did you guys hear that? It's producer Jill. Producer Jill says she doesn't like my corporate endings. She's not in that corporate BS. She's in a punk bass. So I'm getting live notes here, and she will not want her voice in the video, but guess what? Don't doubt me. It's in. That laugh, too. It's all in, Producer Jill.